Okay, testing, testing. I had to jump back in and out. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. If somebody in chat wants to give me a 5x5, that'd be great. And welcome. This should be a really, really fun stream. I'm super excited to do it with you guys. And yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on also. Trump administration trucking away. Things are getting pretty spicy out there. You know what I mean? Well, thank you. Good to see you, Pixie Cox, out there over on Rumble, Rock and Roll. You're like a regular, which is great. I very much appreciate all of you guys that stop in, and it should be great. We're going to be learning about ourselves, personality type-wise. I will be highlighting your type, so I know that you put one out there, Pixie Cox, so we're going to go through yours. We're actually going to go through all of them, but then we will highlight going deeper to the ones that are out here, in chat, and also who have left in the comments. And a 929 Nan, good evening from Alabama. It's really good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, hi from Alaska. Good to see you. Good to see you guys over on YouTube. Good to see you, Epati21. They say hi, Blue Eyes. Well, hello. Good to see you. This should be really fun, guys. We will be first starting out with awesome videos by the account AAnon. And it's very relevant. So we're going to start out with some of that. It's going to be great. We will get into the Myers-Briggs personality types. That'll be the other half of the show, which means it's going to be like, I always say the other half, and then my shows go so long. We'll try to keep it fairly short for everybody here so we can have a good time with the personality types, but we will be covering some of the new things the White House put out and how our digital soldiers are doing on the battlefield. I think we're doing pretty dang good. I think we're kicking butt, if you want to know my opinion. I think we're kicking butt. They awoken a lion and they do not know. Actually, this is the thing, they do know the power. And that's why they tried to keep us divided and kept the information away from us, and kept us from critical thinking. But guess what? Now we know. And now we're uniting. And we're not getting censored because Elon has X now. That's nice. I know people don't like it, though. Sometimes people don't like X, but here's the thing. It's so much better than what we've dealt with before. So, freedom of speech is important, and Elon Musk believes in that, so I support that as well.
QAnon conspiracy theory. QAnon conspiracy theory. QAnon conspiracy theory.
QAnon.
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 QAnon is a growing movement within the Republican Party that believes the world is being run behind the scenes by a small group of elitist liberals and Hollywood celebrities who are both Satan worshipers and pedophiles who eat babies.
QAnon, which essentially believes the entirety of the Democratic Party and much of Hollywood are conspiring and running an underground pedophile sex trafficking ring.
What's the global cabal really? Oh, it's about pedophilia. It's about killing and eating children. Like there was a lot of this thing last year because it's a doomsday cult.
It's a wide-ranging radical conspiracy theory about an evil group of deep state operators and child predators, all secretly at war with President Trump.
Explain to people who don't know what this QAnon shit
Well, the
is.
QAnon stuff is like there is this idea that there's an intelligence dissemination operation, and the shadow war involves Trump and the people on the side of lightness battling these deep state pedophile cannibals. Like, I don't know why. Like, I never understood why they have to be cannibals.
I didn't know they were cannibals.
They're cannibals. They're eating children, and then they get the adrenochrome, and it keeps them young.
Oh, that's right.
So this is all thing. And then Trump is going to war with all of them.
At the crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
Well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually.
Let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true and that disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told you.
I know very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe it is a satanic cult run by the deep state. Why not just say it's crazy and not true?
He may be right. I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Let me ask you another thing.
Let's waste the whole show. You start off with white supremacy. I denounce it. You start off with something else. Let's go. Keep asking me these questions.
I do have one more.
Let me just tell you, what I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia. And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that. And I agree with it.
But there's not a satanic pedophile cult.
I have no idea. I know nothing about that.
You don't know that? Okay.
No, I don't know
You
that.
just this
neither
week.
do you know that.
And also, I can't believe I'm saying this, but where does QAnon go for the apology? QAnon, which believed in lots of really ridiculous things like, Democrats eat babies.
Yeah.
But they were kind of harping a lot on the idea that the elites are running this pedophile ring. And I made jokes about them. I also made jokes after the Epstein thing happened originally that were on the idea of, obviously there was some smoke there. Well, now with all that's come out in the last couple of weeks, there's a little more than smoke. QAnon, yes, a lot of crazy there, but you know what? You weren't totally wrong about that, guys. I said this on my show a couple of weeks ago. Some people were just shocked. I said, I owe an apology to QAnon. You were not completely wrong. You weren't wrong about the elites of this world. Think they can get away with so much shit that they were all, the contempt they have for the rest of us is just pretty amazing. Till this last dump, we didn't know how extensive it was. It really did change the narrative a lot. I mean, we thought it was, until like a few weeks ago.
But to the average American, they're not drilling down like you. Like nobody knows. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's out there.
Okay, but on the right, this is the one issue where they will break with Trump over. QAnon, which are his biggest backers, and they are far right, but they do not let go of this one. They had it in their heads that there was this cabal of elites who are so drunk on their own power that they think they can get away. Well, they kind of do and did.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
The American populace is facing an unconventional warfare scenario. This is information warfare.
A hidden enemy, an enemy that can destroy morale, rob the soldier of the will to fight, and even trick him into surrender. Enemy propaganda. The best defense against enemy propaganda is truth.
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeigh's, fuck you. War. This is warfare. This is warfare.
Propaganda from the enemy is one thing. Propaganda in a peaceful country is something else.
Darn right, bro.
The American populace is facing an unconventional warfare scenario. This is information warfare.
If you don't know it yet, time to get on board.
Weaponized agencies have been running illegal psychological warfare campaigns against the American people.
This is warfare. This is warfare.
We're at war. In a true sense, we're at war. And we're fighting an invisible enemy. It's a big chess game. at a very high level. Different kind of a war than we've ever had.
The American people decided to take over the idea of information. This was irregular warfare at its finest. We have an army of digital soldiers.
Baby, I'm a frog man.
I'm like all like trying to figure out, I'm moving things around. Welcome everybody. And those two videos you just watched were done by Anon55. Shout out to your videos, rock and roll. It's a thing where it's like if you are a meme lord or a video editor person or, you know, whatever, you see it and you know, you're like, yeah, it's fun to see. But here's the thing. Information warfare. That's why I wanted to play this. We are going to go into the personality types, but it's all connected. See, the types and the personalities that we are, they know that. They've studied us. They use it against us. They weaponize information against us. Heck, they weaponize our human nature against us. They figured it out. They figured it out, and they think they can get away with it. But sorry, cat's out of the bag. The Pandora's box has opened. It has opened. There's no going back. That's the thing about freedom. It is too wonderful once you taste it. It is too good. You cannot put that one back in the bag, bro. So that's how it happened. For us, we were in a cage. We couldn't see, we couldn't hear, we couldn't taste, we couldn't touch, to quote Morpheus. But it was a cage, nonetheless. Now, thanks to I must say there were others that came before us, because I've bumped into, before I had my awakening, well, in 2012 when I had my awakening, it was because I was looking at blogs and finding YouTube videos from people that came before us, like JFK era people that are like, oh yeah, it's the feds. It's the Babylonian bloodline. It's, you know, you can find, and that's what woke me up. I'm like, okay, here's somebody that's my dad's age, Christian based, and then it's telling me there's a global cabal that's ruling the world. And I was just like, what? That's crazy, right? But the more you see, the more you wake up, the more you understand. That's why they don't want you to have critical thinking. Because once you have critical thinking, you can see it for yourself. Nobody has to tell you. You can spot the way they move. Think about how they're so predictable. They're so predictable. This is the thing. Q says they're predictable. We see the pattern. Now they are predictable. And you think that the spooks would get better and go, well, they caught on to us, boys. We got to look less predictable. No. They use the same playbook. They're lazy. I think, although there is the pretty nasty ones out there, as we know. But yeah, it's crazy. So when they, for at least for the population, the main populace, people like me, they know I'm woken. So there's other tactics. But the population that I'm trying to reach, like all those out there. And yes, guys, I love you all out there. E-potty, tippy top, rock and roll, tippy top. So there's others. That's what this is actually about. That's what this is actually about. So we came before the others, and that's why we're important. And I'm curious to also see with this Myers-Briggs thing, you know, it'd be fun eventually to see the ones that followed the Q-op from the beginning. What temperament types are we? And it's funny because I'm going through it. I'm looking. I think we're pretty dang diverse. So it was the way it was presented that made it intriguing to all types, right? And so that's where it really goes into it. The Q operation was definitely planned and organized to be I'll call it a psyop, but it was for good. How do you reverse programming? Well, you got to get in there and show them the truth. Well, how do you do it? You got to kind of program them, but not the same way as they do, because theirs is forceful. The way that the white hats do it is making, again, it's like the freedom thing. It's making it almost irresistible. It's asking you a question. It's making you go, oh, I never thought about that before. I guess I should look it up. Oh, the Rockefellers? I remember somebody saying about that. And then, you know what I mean? Like, see, you got to start them somewhere. You got to start them somewhere. It could be any angle, but it's not for nothing. So anyways, sorry, I popped in here before I did my intro. Welcome everybody to Hold the Line. I am Abby, also known as Blue Eyes, and you can call me either. I'm fine. You can call me anything. I'm always fine with anything. If you're watching on X, please give me like the heart, reshare it, whatever you want to do. Leave me a comment. That'd be great. Let me know. Like if you're watching live right now and you didn't see any of my stuff I was putting out before, excuse me. I think I'm like affected by allergies or something. Leave your personality type in the comments below. You can leave it in the chat here in Rumble, chat on X, or wherever. Probably don't leave it in the comments, but you know what, you can. I can scroll there too. And let me know. And if you don't know what your personality temperament type is, that's fine, because in this broadcast down below, I have put the test. It's free. It's easy. Just click on it. You can take it. Somebody took it last time when I was live, like while I was live, and they came back and they're like, I'm a such and such. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write that one down. So this is gonna be great. So we're gonna highlight these types, guys. I get a kick out of the introvert and extrovert pairing. Okay, I'm an extrovert, yet I love seeing how you guys operate in your mind, and I love you guys so much. And I'm sorry. Like I'm already apologizing. I'm sorry, I'm so crazy for you. But at the same time, I think because I'm aware of it, I can be really cool. It's like, dude, like even Brad, it's great. We're gonna get into what he is and all this stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay, but before I get ahead of myself, all right. I have my last part. My read right here. Where was I? Okay. So everybody, follow me. Definitely follow me here on Rumble. This is like my main zone because Rumble doesn't censor me. Every time I go live on YouTube, which I am right now, it's so good to see somebody's there. Oh, and Susie Q Wes. I hope I'm saying that right. So good to see you. You guys are over on YouTube. So way to go. Because I always get like strikes or something. Something's wrong. I've done something. Apparently. But anyways, yeah, if you want to be able to like see me more on all my other broadcasts and things and like my shorts and all that kind of stuff, I post all that here on my Rumble. So go to Rumble and then just go to hold on, I think it's just Blue Eyes. Yeah, just type in, capital B blue and then the capital E eyes, put it together, Blue Eyes, and you'll be able to find me. And I know you're watching here, but like you guys over on YouTube and then you guys over on X. So, and then if you're not following me on X, definitely follow me on X because that's where I'm like active. I repost the White House. I repost the Department of everything. Okay. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're talking about, I'm trying to keep my feelers, my ears to the ground because it's how they talk to us. And we're going to actually jump right into that. So follow me at blue_eyes on X. And that'll be great. Because I'm putting out content like this, guys. I'm 100% real. I'm in it for the people. Also, me and Brad, we're completely, I would say viewer funded, I guess. So if you guys ever feel like you want to help us out, leave us a super chat or whatever. That would be super, super much appreciated. And as we grow our channels, hopefully, as we grow, we'll make a little more income through the Rumble Premium, right? So we're trying to level this out. But it was just like we needed to do this. We needed to do our own thing because so I very much I want the world to be free to think. Okay. I'm very much against echo chambers. And I want you guys to be able to think. Oh, moving to Rumble. Rock and roll. Yes, that's where everybody's at. Kind of. They were here. Oh, they're still here. Yeah, there's all kinds of Q friends over here. It's great. Come on over. That'd be great. So anyways, okay. So we're going to jump right into it because this is the coolest administration you guys are ever going to witness, and like that we will ever witness in our lifetime. Okay. You know, when Q goes, the modern day, the Midnight Riders, Paul Revere, that's what all of us are. And I've said this before. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it because sometimes I don't like saying it because I don't want you to think that me as a Q person or whatever is saying I'm above you. I am not. Okay. But the ones of us that came before that learned early what was happening and that the president was talking to us and that there was a military operation, but they needed the civilians to help because there's no way they could get around the Bill Maher's and all those guys of the world, right? By the way, his little apology to QAnon, I don't know. Whatever. That was a good video, though, by the way. It was a good video. But not one of us, Q drop actually 3683 says, we are all equal in this fight. No one person is above another. I am not above you. I have some information that I would love to share with you. That's what where we go when we go all means. We're not above you. You will never see that on this channel. You guys are awesome. And I love free thought, right? Yeah, don't buy it. He's creepy. I feel it. I don't know why. I just feel it. Oh, and porta potty. Is that E-potty? Oh my gosh. Is that you over here? That's hilarious. Okay. Love it. I've used porta potties before. I was on the boat. I lived on a boat, so that ain't new to me. Okay, so not one of us are above another. That's the filter you can know who's a true patriot out there. I'm not going to tell you who to follow or not, because therefore I will be telling you. I want you to figure it out, but I will tell you there are bad accounts out there. I will tell you that pretend that they like Trump or something somehow, but all their actions show the opposite. So just run it through the filter of, is this of God, first of all? Is this supportive of exposing the evil? Is this exposing the evil and involved in exposing the evil in our government and freeing the people? Is this person positive about this because this is a very good thing? Run it through these filters. You're going to know who's who pretty quickly. Just you got to do a little research. You got to watch them for a minute, got to see who they are. But highly recommend it, because this is the end game zone when the information and psychological warfare is going to be massively employed and is being employed right now. But I don't even think we've seen the thick of it. I think there might be a thing that happens at one point. I don't know what it is, but I feel that, this is the patterns. When an animal is cornered, what are they going to do? They're going to fight back the hardest. They are going to be so aggressive. They're going to do their ultimate move, So, understand that. Understand there's going to be a kill move, right? There's going to be a kill move at one point. It's going to be a checkmate. Like there's a checkmate that is already done in certain ways. But then there's the rollout of that checkmate, if that makes sense. I think you guys probably know. All right. So yes, not one of us are above another. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. We were just talking about the schemes, the psychological warfare. You need to put on the armor of God, which is you need to take control of your mind. It's a huge part of that. It's a real, if you read the Bible verses and understand what they're talking about protecting yourself against a lot of avenues that the enemy can access you. So definitely read that. Then they go, God bless you. United we stand. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this one that I'm sharing here. It's a great picture, though. It's worth sharing for a while, right? Okay. So the Department of War, rock and roll. You guys over there at the Department of War, very rock and roll of you. So they say, good morning, trust the plan. Locked in. There's been a lot of locked in, right? Think about what locked in means. Like what does locked in mean? So I'll tell you of what, I can't help myself. Anything these guys put out, I run it through the Q posts like that or anything. So I just want to see if they're talking. There is no locked in the Q post that I know of. If there is, let me know, but not that I know of. So then what is the meaning? When you are locked in, that means you are ready. You are ready to go. You're strapped down. I think it could be military, if there's any military people out there. Oh, Strings and Things, so good to see you. And then Pole 99. Hello. Yeah. And then we got Queen, I love all your shades. I don't even see the shades. Okay. So anyways, and I love all you guys in chat. So we're locking in. They've been saying this for probably about, I don't know, guys, I'll have to go back. I think they did the first one probably like 3 weeks ago. It could have even been a little while ago. But they are priming. I'm going to use the word priming because that's the best way to say it. They're priming the mind. They're priming the mind of the public, and they're talking to us. So trust the plan. You mean, they're talking to a specific people. It's like, if you know, right? If you're aware of the plan, you know. So that was a really fun post. And you guys can look up the Trust the Plan posts because there's quite a bit of them. Okay, so now we're going to jump over here. And this was Enoch put this out and he goes, Trump boasts 38-0 takedown record. Taken out Cassidy, Massey, Raffensperger, Colbert, and Maher in 2 weeks. And so this is what it says. In the last 2 weeks, I've taken out many bad political leaders and pundits, including Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, lightweight Congressman Thomas Massey of Kentucky, Brad Raffensperger of Georgia, really dumb Stephen Colbert of CBS, and others. That's spicy. My score for 2 weeks is 38-0, with 3 more limping late night talk show hosts, including low ratings, Bill Maher and his fake laughing machine to go. Oh, he's got a freaking fake laughing machine. Burn. And we all called that in the end. Some of those ones were so embarrassingly bad. But hey, I could edit. I could make a laugh track sound pretty dang good and real if you needed it. Right? And you make them sound really good and real. You have a panel of many. They come on randomly. Like, but I'm telling you, when he goes on, just like click, ha, 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 I click. It's just like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. This is news. Like, late night talk show news. Like, come on. It's insane. They're not even funny anymore. Okay. It is my honor to be working so hard for our country, President Donald J. Trump. So that was a great little, I'm telling you, this president, you'll never see anything like this again, man. It's just great. Yeah. Okay. You guys over here, Scavino. Wait, what did Dan do? What did Dan Scavino do? Yeah, life is great. I love it. Life is great. And also, even in the hard times, you can try to find the positive. So you will never be down by that down energy. And it doesn't mean that you're like superhuman. Obviously, you're going to feel down stuff, but you know what I'm saying? You can really kind of force yourself sometimes, like when you're really down, just be like, no, I'm going to put that in a box, from your mind. I'm going to put this away, not thinking about it for the rest of the day. It will not bother me. I'm going to be happy, right? I have to sometimes do it like that just so I can just tell myself of that moment when I'm like, no, I've given that to God. That's over there. You know what I mean? Like it's good. It's good to do. I said something about all journeys can't come to an end. Oh, I saw that. Yes, let's go there. I love that you bring that up. I did repost that, I think. Dan the man. Every time when I talk about Dan Scavino, Brad's always like, Dan the man. Like from the beginning, dude. This guy is legend. Okay. Let's see, where did he take? So I think it was his different account. Hold on, I'm going there, guys. Where did he put it? Did he remove it? Hold on. Okay, hold on. So we're on this one. Oh, hold on. We're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way, guys. Wait, I gotta go back. This is his other one. It was like here, but like now it's not here. Dude, I reposted that one. Did he delete it? Oh, you just set it down the bottom. I'm not sure. Can't find it now. Went poof. Yes, he did say that. He said, okay, guys, what did he say? Did I take his screenshots? Hold on. I know I'm like live and stuff, but hold on. You're just going to have to wait. Yeah, he said, oh man, I don't think I did a screenshot. I was like, I said something like, yeah, I will, like, I'm going to follow you guys to the end. Like I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. I didn't take a screenshot that I can see. I don't have it. Dang it. Yep. And that's what he said. That's what he said. So, yeah, I can't find it either. It went poof. Yeah. So, Pixie Cox pretty much said it the best that I can remember, said something about all journeys come to an end. So that is pretty much what he did say. And now it's been removed. Oh, there it is. That was weird because I was just there and I couldn't find it. What? That's so weird. That is so weird. Unless that was there the whole time, I missed it. Okay, here it is. Every journey has an end. All right. So Dan putting that out. And, it has been a journey, hasn't it, guys? It's been a freaking journey. Yeah, comms. I would definitely say yes. So what I did, I posted on here too, is like I said, every second that these guys say something that's unique, I'm going to look for that in the posts just to see if they're communicating. There's only 2. But this one did catch my eye, and it's post 2450. It says, we are going to show you a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. Is that going to be glorious? A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. Is that the golden age? We take this journey together, one step at a time. Where we go one, we go all. So that was a really good, powerful one. And again, we don't know. I'm not saying it's like, these are for sure comms. Like, I just throw it out there. But yeah, so I say, new world, let's go, Dan. With you till the end. And I think a lot of us feel that way. So yeah, so there you go. And so we're locked in. We're locked in, and we know that to trust the plan. What was the plan? It was all the movies. Like it's pretty much, Deep State, FISA-gate, Deep State spying, Obama, his uranium deal, him and Hillary, making, basically allowing people to make weapons to blow us up in the end. Okay. That's going to come out. The pedophilia, the human trafficking, and yes, the cannibal stuff. This is, you've seen some of it in the Epstein files. We need probably the names redacted. Yes, we do. But I think that it's all, so understand that the human mind, if you're presented with everything all at once, the shock can be too much. Okay. So again, in the Matrix, they talk about that, where some minds have been too, they've been too integrated into the system that if they're removed from the system, they're not, I don't think they're going to make it. Like, it's just not going to work for them now. That's probably the 4 to 6%. Okay. The other amount, and 4 to 6, that's small, guys. The other amount, they're still coming. Okay. We need to be there for them. And there's been, again, what I was saying, what was the word? Priming. They've been priming the alien stuff from here, because there's gonna be something, guys. I'm sorry. There's just, I go with the information. I go with what the Department of War is putting out. I'm going with it. I trust Trump. Okay. So we got that. People, if that's real, that's going to be a huge one. So it needs to start. And they're doing this slow thing. They've done tranche 2. It's a slow buildup. We're going from the past, from the old documents that the CIA hid behind Project Blue Book. Remember, Project Blue Book was the cover. But then over here was Project Sign, and Project Grudge. And they were gathering the information. They were getting all the content and stuff about the UFO sightings, military sightings, and even Russia and other things. So anyways, to go back. So they're priming that. They primed the child trafficking stuff with all that stuff with Epstein. It's still just the iceberg, man. He was one off. You know how many there are? And then, Kash Patel, they're kicking butt. Okay. So this is happening. And all these angles, guys, they're getting ready for the ultimate. It's them. Yes, it's all of them. Yes, lock them up. Yep. And it seems death penalty is something that might be coming around. That's such a hard one, you guys. That is such a hard. Let me know what you guys think about that, actually, since you're all in here and you're so awesome. What do you guys think about, like, the death penalty? What do you guys think about that? What's the time when it should be used? What's the time when it shouldn't? We hear it and we think it's so strong, it's so crazy. But guys, after I come out of the tunnel of seeing these abused children, or watching, 20 minutes of these Islam people killing people, abusing children, slapping them across the room. Families willingly giving up their 7-year-old daughter to an old man. Like, when I'm there and I come out, I'm like, death penalty, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, so anyways, let me know where you guys are, because it's a hot topic. You know what I mean? I understand it. I love life. I love life. I want everybody to live. I love the creatures. I love Sparky. I love the animals. I love the plants. I love the plants and the water and the fish. And, I love people, and art, and living, and just enjoying conversation. But then if there's others that come in and take that away, or like what I haven't even watched the full video because it's so disturbing to me what happened over in the UK there. The kid that got stabbed and that they cuffed. Because Elon was calling. He said, release the freaking video. Release the video, you guys. So they did. And, he was an 18-year-old kid. I think 18 or 19, coming home from his university. He got stabbed in the chest. And his own people, as they were cuffing him, said, it's all right, mate. I don't think you're stabbed. So anyways, You know, I see that and I think death penalty. That dude, they took him in the kid that got stabbed, his dad, you know what? I think if I can find that, I know I'm a little way off topic, guys, but it's just something that's important. Okay. The kid that got stabbed, his dad came out, God bless his soul, and he was brave. And the mom was there and the sister. I'm going to play this because I think everybody needs to hear it because it's important.
I am Henry Novak's father. To my left is my daughter, Olivia Novak, Henry's older sister. And to her left is Lucy Ross, Henry Novak's mother. The jury confirmed what we've always known. Henry's life was taken from him unlawfully, violently, and without justification. Henry was 18 years old. He was kind, ambitious, loved, and full of promise. He had his whole life ahead of him, a degree to finish, places to see, and a future to build. That future was stolen from him, and no verdict or sentence will ever give it back. Henry did nothing wrong. He was one of the kindest, friendliest, and most inclusive people you could ever hope to meet. He was amazing in every way. On the 3rd of December last year, Henry was walking home from a night out with his university football teammates when he encountered Vikram Digwa, a man openly carrying a large knife on the streets of Britain. That knife was used to take Henry's life. He should have been safe walking home. Instead, he became another young life lost to the brutal reality of knife crime in this country. Henry had been stabbed multiple times, and as his chest filled with blood, he tried to escape. He was chased, abused, and filmed by Vikram Digwa and others. When police arrived, Henry was lying on the floor, barely able to sit up and plainly in severe medical distress. With his final words, he told officers that he could not breathe. He told them he had been stabbed. In fact, Henry told officers that he could not breathe 9 times. He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from one officer was, "I don't think you have, mate." The police have said they were misled by the murderer and that the scene when they arrived was complex. Unfortunately, it seems to us the truth is much simpler. The police were told by our son himself and by a member of the public who called 999 that they heard someone shout that they had been stabbed. But the police did not believe them. Henry was pulled across the gravel, his hands forced behind his back, and he was placed in handcuffs. Instead of being treated as a dying victim, police formally arrested Henry for assault and read him his rights. That was the last thing he heard. Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him. Let me be absolutely clear. We hold Vikram Digwa solely and 100% responsible for the brutal murder of our son. But Henry should not have died on the streets of Southampton in police custody. The way he was treated was inhumane and degrading. His murderer, however, was afforded decency. He was believed. He was not handcuffed when arrested. He was not handcuffed when transported to the police station. As far as we understand, he was never handcuffed at all. And as Vikram Digwa himself told the court, whilst under arrest for Henry's murder, police even took him to the kitchen so he could choose his food. The contrast is unbearable.
Oof, that is really effed up, dude. Guys, I haven't even watched the whole video, and it's like I'm like torn because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, do you play it? Do you not play it? It's like, I know the parents want to be remembered, but it's so freaking disturbing. Like, so anyways, I don't know if it's just like, but then like Elon's like released the video because like, guys, I'm telling you, like I was watching it and I was just like, I can't believe this even. Okay. So I, at one point was an EMT too. Okay. So the first thing you do, it's funny, I was just telling Brad this just the other day. Okay, the first thing you do is you walk up to a situation, you make sure the scene is safe. Okay, you make sure the scene is safe. If there's no issues, like if it's in the middle of the road, you don't run out because you're gonna get hit by a car, right? Make sure the scene's safe. Someone with a gun, you don't run in. Once it's safe, you walk up to them. What do? Airway, breathing, and circulation. These cops had gloves. They know how to do things like that. There's blood. Anyways, I was just, it's just, we can't, he was coming home from school. And the guy that stabbed him that night, the cops made him some food in the break room. Yeah. I don't know, something's really wrong. It's funny when I showed Brad this, he goes, they're lost. They're lost. We need to go over there, we need to go over there and acquire it and save them. Because this is sickening, guys. Why? Like, why? I don't know. It's just, yeah, our systems are all collapsing. Dude, that's the thing. This is hard, okay? But this is one of those things where it's like the people need to see it so they understand why we are doing what we're doing. Because we can't exist in this. Nobody can exist in that world. People that are coming over and doing this are from third world countries that did not learn civilized culture. And I will just say it is not racist. It is nothing of the sort. They're just coming over and they're eating cats, or they're coming over and they're stealing all of our money and pretending to take care of disabled children, Somalian people, or they're coming over and raping and killing children and women and binding them up for weeks and torturing them months. Sorry. Like, they're not like us. They're uncivilized. Okay. It is not racist to not want that in your neighborhood. And you should never be in America, by the way. And this is worldwide, by the way. So I understand. But like for us here in America, nobody should be here living. I'm not talking about visiting, but nobody should be living here if you're not a citizen. Done. Just done. This whole thing with China buying up our lands, those things, I don't even know how this is possible. I am very, very firm in what they call, nationalism or something. I don't know. But I'm not a crazy freak or nationalist. I just want to preserve my land, my home, my country, my community, my people, everybody, my life, America. That's not wrong. That's beautiful. That's patriotic. We need to start taking back what they say that we are, and we just need to take it back. And sometimes we got to be firm about it. So anyways, I'm so sorry that this is happening. And it should never happen. It should have never happened. But that's what happens when you let these people in and you think that they're like us, and they're not. And they will destroy us. That's the Muslims. That's their deal. That's actually what they want to do. And it's like, I, for a while, was like thinking, well, that's so wrong to say because there's good Muslims and this, that, and I get it. But at the end of the day, the thing in their book, it's telling them to basically, if nobody converts, they're a enemy. And I think it says they can kill us. What? Like, that's not a peaceful religion. That's a terrible religion. That's a violation of everything, all of our rights. So it's just, yeah, Anyways, it should have never happened. But yeah, I'm going to move on. But you guys know, the battles that we face, and it's real. That's why Q did this, is to bring us out of that darkness and into light, because we are facing an enemy, We are facing an enemy. Porta Potty says Obama sold the port in San Diego to China. I didn't even know that, but not surprised. Right? There's just so many things of ways that they were picking away at us. And Trump has, since he's been there, especially the second term, he's just pushing back. We're moving, we're leaving, no more Green New Deal scam. We're done. We're moving on our own. We are leading the golden age. So it is exciting. It is just so exciting to be at this point. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's go over here. Oh yeah, Tommy Robinson. Yeah, dude, he is a truth teller. He is one of a kind. He is freaking he's rock and roll that I've seen of him. Okay, so let's see. Why did I go to this one? Oh, I think I know why I went to this one. Did I close it out? It was something that somebody posted. It had to do with Trump saying a number 38, but I'm not sure. I don't have that pulled up anymore. We'll just move along. But still, that was interesting. So this is what we're going to lead into now, guys. Like an hour in, the other half of the show now. We're going to get to the Myers-Briggs stuff now. Why it's so important is all of us are really, really special, okay? We're super special, but we all have to work together. And the best way I can describe it is we're a wheel. Some people say it with the zodiac signs. It doesn't matter, like whatever. You could just say different temperament types. We're going to be going through the different temperament types that are done by a test, so it's a fairly accurate, it separates the type in accurate ways. And I'm going to read through all of it in detail so you will know what I'm talking about. But that being said, Q knows this too, okay? So this is a great post. I love this post. 4,880. They say, without you, collectively, there would have been no way to bypass their control. It's like us right now. They weren't about to repeat the mistakes of 2016. You are what matters most. They know. United, not divided. You awake, thinking for yourself is their greatest fear. And I put this in my videos a lot because it's so true. I want people to feel invigorated. Like, me? Silly old me? I just live down the path down to whatever, or, I'm out in the trailer park, down road, highway, whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to think of any location where you are. I'm out up in the mountain. I don't know. Here out there's a lot of people out in the woods out here, like quite literally in the woods. But it's all of us, okay? All of us collectively, we awake thinking for ourselves is their greatest fear. They are afraid of our minds waking up. They are deathly afraid of it. I can tell you that. Welcome to the digital battlefield. Where we go one, we go all. All right? And then I got one more before we dive into it. Okay. This is Q-Post 4734. Do not glorify us. We are all patriots. Honor those who serve. For God, humanity, and country, where we go one, we go all. That's actually when they wrote it out. I love it. Sorry. My voice is like scratchy today. Okay. So they say focus on content, information. Research for yourself. Gatekeeper, noun. A person that controls access as to information, often acting as an arbiter of quality or legitimacy. That's a very important part. An open internet allows innovators to bypass traditional gatekeepers and promote their work on its own merit. Rock and roll, digital soldiers out there. I know who you are. Right? A guardian, a monitor, deploy camouflage, drop all references, reply of Q or QAnon, etc., to avoid ban termination, censorship, install, algos, sniffers, bypass. So this is how you can bypass the algorithms that, the sniffers they use to find us by like hashtags and stuff. We're just words. Man, it's just crazy now. They can find us. But that's why X is nice, right? Okay. Keep charging midnight riders. Revere's Midnight Ride. Delivery of free information. Bypass controlled media narrative. And that's what we're doing here. We are bypassing the control media narrative. Isn't it great? I love being a rebel. I love being a Paul Revere Midnight Rider. And before I go into it, this was shared to me. Hold on one moment, guys. This is important. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, DC Panic. All right, DC Panic. Rock and roll, dude. So, DC Panic, a longtime friend, he reached out to me and he's like, hey, can you mention this on your show or something? I'm like, oh, bro, 100%, dude. So DC Panic has been around for a long time, from the beginning. And I'm going to read his GoFundMe. So it's titled Support for My Double Lung Transplant. Anons and Patriots have been here since day one, lurking, researching, and trusting the plan right alongside you. After 7 years on oxygen, I'm now facing a double lung transplant. I want to make it through this to see the end of this battle and celebrate with all of you when we win. The journey has been tough and the challenges keep coming. Medical bills, food, gas, caretakers, and everything else are piling up fast. The stress of these expenses is overwhelming, and I need your help to get through this. Your support will help me cover the costs of my medical care, daily living, and extra help I need during recovery. Every dollar will go directly toward making sure I have what I need to survive and heal so I can keep fighting alongside you all. Oh man, prayers up though, prayers up. Because this is just, I honestly had no idea about that with DC Panic. And I know that maybe he had mentioned it before, but anyways, I was just, blown away about it, by it. And yeah, if you guys can help, I'm going to put it into the chat. I'm asking my fellow digital soldiers to set up and help one of our own. If you can contribute or share this, I'd be forever grateful. Your kindness and generosity mean the world to me, and together we can make a difference. Where we go one, we go all. Rock and roll, dude. So let me put this here, guys. And this is DC Panic, and he has known me and Brad for a long time. And it would be really, really cool if you guys could help. And, if you can't totally get it, I get it. But I'm going to throw this in here. Okay. And then I think I'm going to put it into the X chat as well. So guys, yeah, and just prayers up 100% if you can. I'm going to put this underneath, guys, in X. I'm putting it as a comment underneath so that if you want to go check that out and help them out. And here's the big thing, guys. Positivity, prayers up 100%. And same for you, DC Panic. If you just, obviously the struggles are real. But try to stay in positive mindset. Just try to, it's hard. I was really sick too. I'm not like this, but I was on oxygen and on steroids and on inhalers and on nebulizers and on just to breathe, you know. Luckily I've gotten a lot better, but I know that feeling, man. I know the feeling of not being able to breathe, and it's just so anyways, if you guys feel it in your heart to help them out, that'd be so great. And with that, okay, I was scrolling down. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull this. Hold on, everybody. Okay, just a moment. I have to close out these tabs. I just have to because I have so many. And then I can see what the heck I'm doing. And I'm going to jump down and chat. Now, this is going to be fun. You guys are going to love this. I had fun gathering the stuff about this. Okay, let's move this. Just a minute, guys. You've been so great to me. I've got Tab City going on all over the place. Like, goodness gracious, where's my main thing? Here we go. Here we go. I was lost. Okay. So strings and things. Oh, somebody's leaving. Okay, have a great time at dinner. Somebody's leaving. Who am I missing? Somebody's going to dinner. Sounds good. Can I come? Well, I hope you have a good time. Yeah. Okay. So now let's pull this up. This is going to be fun. So this is now the test I gave you guys, which is in the box below this stream. I should probably put it here. Where's the test here? Hold on. Just so you guys have it. Okay, there it is in there. Now the test that I just gave you, this is not the official Myers-Briggs test, but it is, right? It's a free version. It's a knockoff. It's the same thing. You don't have to buy anything. However, you can take it. And I'm going to be using more of the overview from the Myers-Briggs and just the stuff that I have gathered, which are going to be great. We got some videos that just show the temperament types so well. I was just dying, guys. Like I said, I love the dynamic between introvert and extrovert. It's just, you guys are going to love it. And if you're introverted, I love you guys out there. If you're extroverted, rock and roll, you guys. But that's just one section, right? That's between the I or the E, introvert or extroverts, right? So here we go. We're going to go into it. Ready? Okay. So Myers-Briggs overview. This is for if you don't know what it is. Whatever the circumstances. Oh, hold on. This section will teach you about the Myers-Briggs framework and general type concepts. If you do not know your personality type, you can take the official test, but just take the one I sent you. Whatever the circumstances of your life, the understanding of type can make your perceptions clearer, your judgments sounder, and your life closer to your heart's desire. That's by Isabel Briggs Myers. So that's, I think there was 2 of them that came up with this just based on personality, observable personality, and then a way to organize them, I guess you could say. What is the aim of the MBTI assessment? The assessment is designed to help people identify and gain some understanding around how they take in information and make decisions. Patterns of perception and judgment as seen in normal, healthy behavior, although we are so different. Okay, so then we're going to go through. Okay, I will read this part here. These are the types. You have perception and judgment. Perception and judgment in type theory describe how people prefer to use their minds. Perception involves all the ways of becoming aware of things, people, happenings, or ideas. People naturally perceive in opposite ways. Judgment involves all the ways of coming to conclusions about what has been perceived. There are also opposite ways in how people naturally make decisions. We call these opposites preferences because most people prefer one side more than the other, but can access and use both sides of preference pair if a situation calls for it. Perception and judgment are mental processes, mental activity, or how people use their minds. Differences in perception, what people see in any given situation, and judgment, what they decide to do about it, results in corresponding differences in personality characteristics, behaviors, interests, reactions, values, and motives. Okay. Okay, we're just going to jump here because I have stuff. So this is the main thing that you need to know here. You have the E and the I. Basically, when you take the test, you're either going to lean towards an E, which is an extroversion, or you're going to lean over towards an I, which is an introversion. Opposite ways to direct and receive energy. So that's what I talked about last week. When you're around people, does it drain you or does it energize you? That's a good quick test you could do. Do you prefer to focus on the outer world or your own inner world? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a great one. Okay, so that's your E or your I, extroversion or introversion. Then you have sensing or intuition. Opposite ways to take in information. Do you prefer to focus on the facts or the big picture? Woof. I think I fall in the intuition. Yes, I am in. But I also do like facts. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a mix, right? We're going to have a mix. And if you guys know what you are, if you're new here, please leave your type down below or even in the chat. So I'm going to go through some fun stuff. You're going to leave this stream hopefully going, I like who I am, right? Because it's great. Once you see who people are, you understand why they do what they do. And it's so important as a side quest in this digital psychological warfare. This is very important to know thyself, to know others, to work together. That's where we go when we go all about, right? So that's why this is important. Even though it's like a side quest, we like the side quest. It is of high importance. That's the reason I know about this. It's very important, and you can learn a lot from it and learn a lot from others too. All right, so then there's the T or the F, right? Opposite ways to decide and come to conclusions. Do you prefer to take an objective or an empathetic approach for deciding? Oof. Man, they really use that empathetic approach all the time, right? Psychological warfare, like be upset about George Floyd. Empathy. We're what was the word I said? Priming. We're priming. That's kind of, I can always forget that word. We're priming the empathy here. Feel sad and make this decision based on, everybody's crying about it, right? So we can also see how they use this against us. But anyways, that being said, I am a feeler, I think. Yes, I am a feeler. So I know I can get swayed by those things. That's why I tried to not fall for them. This is how I learn, right? So, okay. So thinking or feeling, do you prefer to take an objective or an empathetic approach for deciding? And then the last one is judging or perceiving. Opposite ways to approach the outside world. Do you prefer to seek closure or stay open to new information? All right. So that's very, very important, that type. Now, with that being said, I don't think I'm going to go here. I'm going to jump over. Hold on, guys. Honestly, before I get into it, you're going to hate me. I literally have to go use I have to go pee so bad. So I will be right back. I'm going to just play this hold the line for a moment, because the reason why is I want to read this whole thing at a nice long thing. I don't want to leave halfway through. So sorry about being brutally honest, but that's what happens here. Okay, so I'm going to get my thing over here and we're going to go through it. So don't leave. You're going to love it. And I got some great videos from even like comedian types that portray the types so well once you learn them. And I was sitting here finding them for the show. I was sitting over here cracking up loud. And I'm like, I wonder what Brad's thinking. I'm over here like laughing my butt off. I don't know if you're watching, babe, but you're going to love it. We got some with him. And if you know who you are, put it in the chat. And yes, Pixie, I got yours. And I think, no. Brad is a INTJ. One of the few of these people over on X were INTJs. And you are, yes, I have you written down here. This is great. You're going to love it. Yes, an ENTJ. Yep, ENTJ. Now, the extra part, the added part that they have you do in this test, I'm not diving into that. I haven't even looked into that yet, in all honesty. What it is, though, is it's like a inside of that folder of, let's say, what your temperament is, you know, that it's the introverted or the extroverted of that, or it's something like more refined, which is awesome. But I'm not going to go into that because I didn't even look in that one. I'm just going to go by the basic, the stretch of the 4. But yeah, if you looked into that, you can even let me know because that looked really, really cool. I'm like, wow, this even gets more intricate. Okay, let me play this video. I will be right back. I love you guys. And then we're going to dive right into it. Okay. And I thought that was one of my songs, but that was my outro. I didn't leave. All right, guys. So awesome. All right, we're going to go through it now. And then this is what I was going to do. We're going to make it fun. So we're going to pull this over here. Okay. I had something pulled open, but now I lost it. So we're going to have to reopen it. So that is okay. Okay. Now we're going to pull this up and we are going to go through the types. And I did a whole thing where I was using Grok to help me get down to the core, you could say, of these guys. Oh, wait a minute. I did have the tab. I found it now. Well, it's so funny how that is. Okay, now I found it. Let's pull this up over here. Here we go. I already made it small. So what I did is like I said, I used Grok and I was able to go into kind of like a little bit of it each type. And then what you guys can do is put out what you are, and then we're going to go into those a little bit deeper. It should be fun. So here are the types. The first type here that they have is the architect. They are an INTJ. And this is what it says about INTJs. Now, I got to tell you, this is Brad. Brad is an INTJ. And we also have an INTJ. There's 2 of them over on X. Lizzie B3. Good to see you. And Jagged Little Red Pill. Love the name. All right. So this is for you guys. So you're the analyst. Strategic, logical, and innovative. Okay, so that's really cool. The INTJ, the architect, the mastermind. Independent, strategic thinker with high standards. Long-term planners. Real life examples are Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. I'd go with Elon Musk. Right. Strengths, strategic, independent, and determined. That's good. Definitely Brad. All of this is like Brad, 100%. Innovative, high standards. Again, with that high standards going on. The weakness can seem arrogant, overly critical, and emotionally distant. And I think that has to do with that crazy, deep thinking mind. But yeah, I could say I definitely overly critical also about yourself. You can be the architect. So that's the INTJ. Here's a famous quote from Albert Einstein, who was an INTJ. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. I like that. I'm not a fool. Yeah, like, okay. So the career fits, and by the way, this is not a perfect science. This is just what it put together for me. Scientist, engineer, strategist, a lawyer, an architect, an executive, and the INTJ who has a 10-year, this is a funny, relatable story. They put this with each one. The INTJ who has a 10-year life plan and gets annoyed when people deviate from their unspoken master plan. So basically they perceive far and they're like, why can't you just stick with the plan? So they're very brilliant. They man, this is funny because this Brad does have a lot of all that. 100%. Really in depth with his videos too. And yeah, so okay, so that's what I have for that. And like I said, we'll jump into some great fun videos about all these types, but I'm going to highlight each type in order so that everybody can see, whoever jumps in here and be like, oh yeah, I'm an INTP. All right. So the next one is the INTP, the logician and the thinker. Is the logician a word? Let me know. So logical, analytical, inventors. They love exploring complex ideas and theories. Real life example. Oh man, I don't like Bill Gates being a real life example. But they're smart, smart about things. Strengths, they're innovative, logical, they're curious, independent, and objective. Weakness, they can be detached. They can procrastinate on practical tasks, and they're socially awkward. That's a good one to remember. That's a good one. Famous quote. And by the way, it's another famous quote. Wait, are these? So is Albert Einstein? Hold on, guys. Oh, so the quote before, I don't think it was saying that was Albert Einstein. I think they were just saying it was a quote, because this one is saying Albert Einstein is the INTP. So I misspoke. But they're using Albert Einstein's quotes is what's going on. So this is also a famous quote by Albert Einstein. It says, "It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer." Oh, I love that. So you can learn a lot from that, right? Oh, so you're an INTP. Oh, so you're an INTP, strings of things? I thought I wrote you down. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm adding you to my thing. Right? I got data on you now. No. Okay, hold on. So strings and things. And you're INTP. This is great. All right. All right. So yes, you share Bill Gates, but also you share Albert Einstein. So go with the Albert Einstein and you're going to be good. Basically, strings and things is really freaking smart. And I'm saying that because Hold on. I'm just highlighting you so I don't lose you. Okay. Because these types are insanely accurate. When I was doing these tests, guys, and like, it's crazy. So they're pretty accurate. So Strings and Things is probably a very smart type of a person, which is cool. Oh no, you're being profiled. I'm profiling you. How do we send it? What do you mean, how do we send it? What you are? If you took the test, you can write what. So that test I put in there, did you get that in chat? It's also, so you're watching me on Rumble, right? Go down and click my box, the extended box there. What is it? What is it called? I don't even know. And the link's there. Take that test if you don't know what you are. You could probably take it okay, yes. And once you take the test, then you're going to get the 4 letters of what you are. Then you could write that in the chat. But I also recommend writing it in the comments. So I have it for no. But it's weird. I'm not making a profile on you guys, but I am in a way, I guess. It's just kind of fun because then I'm like, oh yeah, well, Strings and Things would probably be a good person to talk about that because they would know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of fun to understand everybody out there. Okay. Sorry, I'm a rambler. We're going to get to mine and you're going to understand a lot. It's just like, I look at my type, I'm like, oh my gosh, is that what people see of me? This is insane. It's going to be great. Anyways. Okay, so yes, Strings and Things. This is your moment to shine, Strings and Things. So it says that career fits, not that you're doing this, but the fits where you do really well. Jeez, man. Scientist, philosopher, programmer, researcher, professor, and analyst. Wow. Okay. You're going to be on my team when the end of the world happens, okay? This is great. Okay. Dang. All right. So funny, relatable story. The INTP who debates the philosophical meaning of pizza toppings for 45 minutes. Oh, see, they word it wrong, so I don't know how to read it. They word it. Okay, the INTP. I think this is just how you say it. An INTP who debates the philosophical meaning of pizza toppings for 45 minutes while the food gets cold. Is that you? Do you debate the philosophical meaning of the pizza toppings? That sounds like a crazy chip, honestly. That's great. Oh, Mama dear, so good to see you. That's so. Oh, what are you, by the way? Put that in chat. And everybody just join in. Let me know what you are because it's super fun. Okay, so that's the logician. I hope I'm saying it right. And I don't think it's a real word. I feel like they made it up. I don't know. Okay, so the next one. Are you guys ready? The commander. Also, I forgot to note, since there's 16 types, they pair them in these kinds of groups. And this group is the analysts. Okay, let's see how this is all the purple color. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the analysts. These are the dudes that you want on your team when things are going down. You know what I mean? Like, you need them on your ship or whatever. They'll help you out. All right. So the commander, I got to go back down to that. Now, Pixie Cox is a commander, I believe. I think you are. I wrote it anyways. So an ENTJ, known as the commander, is bold, confident. They're bold, confident leaders. They're strategic and they're decisive. They turn visions into reality. So I told you need them on your team. Like, that's stress is enough. You need one from every. Well, I don't know if you need one. Well, yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You need one from my side too. But these guys get stuff done. And I think I tried to figure out what Trump was. I think I have that. He never officially said what he was, but people pretty much can, they try to figure it out. I'll find that in a minute. I think he's one of these ones, I think. Don't quote me on it. Okay. All right. So you make visions into reality. Real life examples, Steve Jobs or Margaret Thatcher. Strengths, you're charismatic leaders, strategic, efficient, ambitious, and decisive. Yeah, you would probably be a great like military or something too. Weaknesses can be domineering. Ruh-roh, Pixie Cox. I love you. I think I could be domineering too. I don't know. It's all right. We love you. I lost my spot. Okay. I was in your weaknesses. I know that. Okay. So you could be domineering. You could be a little impatient. And I've been there. And you could be a little insensitive, but see, it all falls together because it's like, guys, we need to get this done. Maybe sensitive about later. Like maybe it's something like that. I don't know. If it is, let me know because I vibe that. Now's not the time to be sensitive. We got a world to save. All right. So famous quote, talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. That was slick. That was a slick one. Career fits, CEO, lawyer, consultant. I'm not surprised. Executive, entrepreneur. Yeah, politician. Just like, you're just the go-getters. Throw it out there. Funny, relatable story. Okay, an ENTJ. You are one who organizes a casual hike like a military operation, complete with KPIs and team roles. Let me know. Does that sound like you, Pixie? Oh my goodness. Oh well, good. Gotta be who you are. See, that's what I'm talking about. You go, girl, 100%. Oh, and then Mama Dear, ISTJ. Hold on. Let me make sure I get you put in here. Hold on. Everybody throw it in there because I don't want to miss anybody. ISTJ. Okay. And then, okay. Do I tell everybody who you are? Do I tell everybody who you are? I might tell everybody who you are. I don't know because you're so cool. All right. Let's go back up. I lost my spot. You can let me know in chat. Where was I now, guys? Where was I? Okay, I'm on the commander. Let's go back to this. All right. All right. Yeah. So with Pixie Cox, okay, let's go down. All right. Oh, I think that was the end. Okay. So you want to have her on your team. She'll make sure things get done. Take her out camping. She'll find a job for you. But it's good because these are the people that make the world go round. Like that's the whole point about this group here. These guys, they're what make the world go round. And well, actually everybody does. I shouldn't say that. They're just we're going, leading that charge. All right. Now, the ENTP, the debater, the visionary, quick-witted, innovative, energetic, love debating ideas and solving problems. Real life example, Benjamin Franklin or Leonardo da Vinci. So that's a cool group. Strengths, innovative, quick thinking, charismatic, adaptable, and clever. Their weakness, they can argue for fun. No. Sometimes those people are like, come on, you know what I mean? No, don't worry, we love you. So you can argue for fun, scattered. Oh, this is the weakness. Yeah. Can argue for fun and they're scattered and they dislike routine. The famous quote is, I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Creative chaos. Career fits, entrepreneur, lawyer, inventor, marketer, comedian, consultant, and funny, relatable story. The ENTP, is one who starts a debate at Thanksgiving dinner and somehow turns it into a business idea by dessert. I love it. I love it. All right, so that's the debater. Now, I don't know if we had an ENTP. I didn't write any down because I don't think anybody in chat or in the comments was. Okay. Now, this is the diplomat section, right? So the first section was the analysts, and this is the diplomat section. And I think I'm a diplomat, I guess. So that's cool. All right. So advocate, this is an INFJ, and I'll tell you who I am. You'll know right away. You'll know right away. All right, so this one is cool. It's called the advocate, the counselor. And middle girl who left her name in the comments down below from the last stream, I got you, girl. And so middle girl is an INFJ. So this is for you. Quiet, insightful, and idealistic. Deeply cares about helping others and making an impact. Real life examples are Martin Luther King Jr. or Nelson Mandela. Oh, wow. Okay. Strengths, visionary, empathetic, creative, principled, insightful. Weaknesses, can be overly sensitive. Oh, we know about that. I can be overly sensitive, I think. That's why I fall in this category. Perfectionistic. Okay, I hope I said that right. They're perfectionists. Hard to get to know. And the famous quote is, your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. So that's what you got to do, middle girl. You got to look into your own heart. And career fits, counselor, writer, teacher. So you're very much for this wonderful world. Nonprofit leader, psychologist, artist. So I vibe with that right away. Funny, relatable story. The INFJ is one who stays up until 3 a.m. planning world peace, then overthinks whether their text message to a friend was too forward. I love it. I love it. We love you. Let me know, if you see this, let me know in the comments if that vibed with you, middle girl. That's really great. I like that. Okay, so now the INFP, the mediator. All right. Mediator and healer. Gentle, creative idealists, guided by strong inner values and authenticity. Real life example, J.R.R. Tolkien or Anne Frank. Wow, so cool. And both those were writers, if you think about it. They had Frank write her story, and then J.R.R. Tolkien, yeah. Strengths, empathetic, open-minded, creative, passionate, and flexible. And anybody out there, if you're an INFP, let me know. This is for you. Weaknesses, can be indecisive, overly idealistic, and hard on themselves. Famous quote, imagination is more important than knowledge. Like that. And it says that this quote resonates deeply with INFPs. Career fits, writer, artist, counselor, teacher, musician, and social worker. And the funny, relatable story is the INFP is one who cries during commercials, then writes a 10-page journal entry about the deeper meaning of life. Very expressive types, right? I love it. And have you guys been liking these are great. These are really fun. And we're going to go into some hilarious videos. Try not to laugh too hard and pee your pants. I swear. I was in here giggling really bad. It was funny. Okay. That was my father-in-law. He could debate for hours. Right? Some people, man, they're not going to let it go. They're not going to let it go. All right. The ENFJ, the protagonist, the teacher. Charismatic, inspiring leaders, excellent at motivating and guiding people. Real life examples. And people don't get upset about it because these are just the names that we know in the public, even though we know they're not so good people, right? But understand the character. Real life example, Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey. That's a double whammy. But look at the positions they're in. They're very good with their words and swaying the public. So this could be used for good. So charismatic leaders, right? Think about the good versions that these could be used as. Strengths, charismatic, empathetic, great motivators, organized, and visionary. Weakness, can neglect own needs, overly sensitive to criticism. Yeah. Famous quote. The meaning of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. I like that. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not explosion. Maybe a cool mix. I always think of the bubbling, the vinegar and the baking soda. Yeah. It's fun. All right. Career fits. Teacher, coach, politician, HR director, a nonprofit leader, and a speaker. Funny, relatable story. The ENFJ is one who turns a simple team meeting into an inspirational TED Talk and somehow gets everyone hugging by the end. So they're really good at motivating and making you feel moved, which is really cool. All right. Now, this one. This is me. The campaigner. Oh my gosh. And the champion. And I share, it was Mouthpiece 17 over on X. I don't know if you're watching. This is also for you. You're the same as me. We should meet up one time. It can get crazy, right? Sprinkles and cotton candy. Yeah. All right. So this is so funny. All right. Enthusiastic, creative, and sociable, full of ideas and possibilities. Real life example, Robin Williams and Walt Disney. Strengths, creative, energetic, enthusiastic, adaptable, and inspiring. Weakness, can lose focus, struggle with follow through. Yeah. And overly emotional. Oh man, I can definitely vibe that. It's a give and take thing, right? Because it's so good to feel those emotions, but then sometimes they can be so strong, right? So that's the balance we're always trying to come together at. That's the cool thing about learning these things is you're like, oh yes, I do see how I really reacted with my emotions that time. Let's step back and be a little more reasonable. You know what I mean? Gotta be reasonable. Okay, lose focus. I can lose focus, guys. Famous quote, show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. That's cool. Career fits. Entrepreneur, actor, journalist. That's funny. Marketeer, teacher, content creator. Also funny, but accurate. A funny, relatable story. And let me know, Mouthpiece, how you're feeling about it. The ENFP is one who starts 17 projects on a Sunday afternoon and ends up hosting an impromptu dance party instead. Let's go. That's like 100% me. Freaking love it. Okay. I'm trying to go through these as fast as I can because I don't want to be like a crazy long show because I've got some funny videos, but I just don't want to leave anyone out. And, oh, you guys are so sweet. We love you for it. Bow Wow bullshit artists. I'm not sure who that is. One of them. Could be. Could be. See, that's the other thing. All of these types, you could be a really bad version, right? You know, Jesus talks about that all the time. You could choose to be good. You could choose to be bad. You could use the force for good. You could use the force for evil, right? So understand that. So the negatives, if you let them in and you let them continue to grow, you'll start turning. You got to stop that. You got to nip that in the bud and start seeking the positive side. There always is a positive side. Okay. Now, this is the Sentinels group, the Sentinel group. They're practical, dutiful, and they're detail-oriented. Definitely want one of these guys, too. And you probably want one of my guys because it's necessary. You got to even out the crew. Okay, so Mama Dear, ISTJ, are you still in here? Okay, I don't know if she is still in here. I will let you guys know. Where is she? Mama Dear is my mom. She's a Mama Dear. So definitely give her love because she's awesome, by the way. Like, I will have these conversations with her for hours. He'll talk her ear off. But it's great because we like talk each other's ear off and it's great. All right. So this is for Mama Dear, ISTJ, the inspector, and the logistician. I think it just means you are logical. Quiet, serious, and extremely responsible. Loves order, facts, and tradition. She homeschooled me, by the way. All of us kids. 7. Yeah. Reliable and thorough. Real life example, Warren Buffett or Queen Elizabeth II. Get a little idea there. Strengths, extremely dependable, 100%. Great with details, logical, honest, and hardworking. Weaknesses, can be rigid, resistant to change, overly critical of new ideas. I've seen that. I've seen you guys in context is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Kind of that's just basically what it is. It's like, well, something's working. We don't need to mess with that, right? That irritates some people, but then some people it makes 100% sense, right? So that's kind of helps understand. All right. So, okay. And you overly critical of new ideas, that kind of falls into the resistant to change. Famous quote, all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as self-evident. That's kind of cool. I like that. You ridicule it, you oppose it, you have to figure it out, right? And then it's like, I think I might agree with that now. But it has to go through the fire, right? Gotta go through the fire. Career fits, accountant, auditor, lawyer, project manager, military officer. Let's go, Mama Dear. Administrator. I will tell you this. She homeschooled us and was a stay-at-home mom. But she ran us like a ship. Like, you know, and I see it now through this. So it's super cool. Super fun. And funny, relatable story. The ISTJ is one who shows up to the party with a printed schedule. This is so her. Emergency toolkit. And still leaves early because tomorrow is a weekday. 100%. Absolutely love it. All right, moving on. We got the ISFJ, the protector, the defender. I like that. Warm, friendly, and conscientious, I believe. Oh, conscientious. Conscientious. All right. Deeply loyal, remembers details about people, and creates harmony. Real life examples are Beyonce and Mother Teresa. Strength, supportive, patient, loyal, practical, excellent memory for people and details. Their weakness is overly modest, avoids conflict, and can burn out from people pleasing. Oh, don't people please, guys. The ISFJ, you got to be careful about that. Yeah. Famous quote, compassion is the basis of morality. Compassion is the basis of morality. Oh, I like that. I do agree with that. Career fits, nurse, teacher, counselor, administrator, social worker, librarian. And funny, relatable story, the ISFJ is one who remembers everyone's birthday, brings homemade cookies, and quietly cleans up after the party while others are still dancing. Oh my gosh. The defender. I like that. It's a great way to put it. Are these really cool, guys? All the different types. It's so important to understand yourself, right? Know thyself, know each other. Okay, so now we're at the ESTJ. Mr. Scott-Free. I don't know if you're catching me live. He left what he was underneath. He is an ESTJ. So this is for you, Mr. Scott-Free. Practical, decisive leaders. Excellent at organizing people and projects. Direct and efficient. Real life example is Jeff Bezos and Angelina Merkel. Oh, you gotta, if you notice all the people they bring up are like the ones that were like, ugh. Like find someone, okay, strengths. But the truth is, though, they are strong, right? I get it. Strong leadership, organized, decisive, and results oriented. And they're very honest. Weaknesses can be too bossy. They got a ruler. Yeah, be a little too bossy there. So yeah, Mr. Scott-Free could be a little bossy there. I don't know about it. No. I just mess with you. Okay, you could be a little impatient, and a little inflexible. It's okay though. It's all right. Famous quote. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Oh, I think I read this one too. So this is a leadership one. Genius hits a target no one else can see. So they gave you the same quote, but I love it though. That's a great quote. And the career fits is CEO, manager, lawyer, sales director, military leader, politician. Got to go out there, run for mayor. Funny, relatable story. The ESTJ is one who turns a casual group dinner into perfect. Did I just read this? Oh, maybe I did it. Who turns a casual group dinner into a perfectly scheduled event with assigned seating and a voting system for the restaurant choice. Yes, let's go. I like organized people. We need a little bit of that in our lives, don't we? All right, the consul, the caregiver, outgoing, warm. Oh, sorry, this is a ESFJ. Outgoing, warm, cooperative, natural hosts who value harmony and tradition. Real life example, Taylor Swift. Real life. Strengths, empathetic, great with people, organized and loyal and supportive. Their weaknesses, they can be overly concerned with social approval, avoid necessary conflict. And I've seen that before. That's the group of people that are like, I don't want to whatever. But those people, don't got to be crazy. Like, I'm turning into an activist. But, these are ways that that's the weakness. So, that they're over a little bit. So they, try to work more inward a little bit, right? You don't really have to be concerned with social approval. You can be yourself, So they avoid unnecessary conflict. The famous quote is, the good you do today for you have shared in life's foundation. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's just the quote. The career is teacher, a manager, event planner, nurse, counselor, public relations. And the funny, relatable story is the ESFJ is one who throws a surprise party for you, even if you hate surprises, because they just know you secretly need cheering up. So they're pretty good at that. And I believe this is the last 4. And these are the explorers, the explorer group. Spontaneous, hands-on, and adaptable. Okay. So the first one is the virtuoso. Virtuoso. I hope I say that right. They're practical, independent problem solvers. They're great with tools and mechanics. Real life example, Tom Cruise and Clint Eastwood. Let's go. Strengths, calm under pressure. They're practical, analytical, and adaptable, and hands-on. This is somebody you definitely want on your team. I'm reading this. I'm like, okay, we'll say the zombie event, right? Zombie apocalypse, whatever. Get one of these guys. Yeah, get one of those guys. They're going to build the bus that's like armor-proof and everything, right? Okay, weaknesses can be aloof, risk-taking, and they avoid long-term commitments. Famous quote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone." They extremely value independence. The career fits is mechanic, engineer, pilot, athlete, surgeon, detective. And the funny, relatable story is the ISTP is one who fixes your broken gadget in 10 minutes, then disappears for a solo road trip with no destination. I like it. I like that. It was pretty cool. All right, the next one, the adventurer. The ISFP, and I hope I said the name for the one before, but this is the ISFP, the adventurer. Gentle, artistic, and sensitive. Live in the moment and value freedom. Real life examples are Michael Jackson and Bob Dylan. Strengths, artistic, gentle, adaptable, empathetic, and present focused. Their weaknesses, they can be overly sensitive, avoid conflict, and hard to plan ahead. The famous quote is, "The shortness of life may be the best thing about it. Living is now." I like it. Career fits, they're artist, musician, chief, designer, photographer, counselor. And the funny, relatable story is the ISFP is one who turns a simple walk into an impromptu photography session with flowers and random strangers. Yes, I like that. Coffee Crew Mocha, really good to see you. I don't know. I think you might be new. Plant seeds. Dude, it's cool. We've been planting seeds. We have the starts in the, we're obviously late here because just a lot of things. But anyways, we have a greenhouse now. So we start the seeds up here. We're going to bring them down really soon. I've been itching to do it soon, but I'm like, I think they could grow a tiny bit more. And I know the greenhouse is nice and warm, but the reason why is we're all the way up here and the property's still down there. We don't got a house down there yet. So I want them to get hardy enough that I could put them there, water them once a day. You know what I mean? And yeah, we've got, I think we have cucumbers, we have broccoli, we are doing carrots, and I think we have the lettuce, but the lettuce didn't pop out yet, which is weird. Dude, the cucumbers and the broccoli are like already like seeds, they're gone. Like the lettuce is just still like little, so I don't know what happened there, but we'll just keep going. It's fun. Oh, and tomatoes. We're doing tomatoes. And Brad, so he makes pizzas, right? He makes really good pizzas. He's Italian, Brad is. Well, he's half Italian, half Irish. But he really leans to the Italian side a lot. So he makes pizza, and he makes insanely good pizza. Like, I'm talking compared to like even the restaurants. Like, it's insanely good. Anyways, he uses this specific sauce. It's very specific, and it's a tomato sauce, and it tastes a certain way because when they canned it. They barely got it to boiling, so it didn't make the tomatoes cooked, tasting as much, all this stuff. Okay. And it's this certain specific tomato. And he's like, that's the one, right? So he buys the seed of that specific one. I'm like, I freaking love you, man. So yeah, he's where was I? Am I in the picture? He's way on the top. I'm sorry, I can't even remember his type yet. He's an INTJ. And like, so like they have an idea of what they're going to do. He's the one with the 10-year life plan. Like they're very smart. Let's see, where is it? Strategic, right? Yeah. So he's like looking ahead, like, I need this one. I need this specific one. Anyways, it was so funny. But yeah, so we got the plants growing. Sorry about the side quest, but it's super exciting. And the more we do it, the better we get at it, and the more we can provide for ourselves. Like, wouldn't that be great? Once we get that greenhouse rocking and rolling. So anyways, I will continue. Sorry about that. Okay. So where was I? The Adventurer, right? Did I finish? I don't think I finished it yet. Oh, I did. I did finish it. Okay. Now we're going to the Entrepreneur, the Dynamo, the ESTP, energetic, action-oriented, risk takers, smart in the moment, real life example. Oh, they have it right here because I was asking Grok about it. Donald Trump and Serena Williams. But dude, Donald Trump. Okay, so I thought he was the top one. He's not. He's an entrepreneur, which makes sense. He's the Mr. Builder man, right? Look at what he's doing to the White House, by the way. Absolutely. Washington, D.C., the whole area. The fountains, the water. I freaking love it. Okay, so energetic, action-oriented risk taker, right? Strengths. They're bold, they're practical, perceptive, energetic, and great under pressure. Weaknesses. Can be impulsive, impatient, and insensitive. Let's go. See, Trump, like he does it. He don't care. He's just going to make a tweet about you and say you're a loser. Like, that's insensitive. I don't care. Like, it's true. You know what I mean? Freaking love it. Yeah. So this is Donald Trump, by the way. Yeah. That's cool. The famous quote. It's just the extended one. The shortness of life, so often lamented, may be the best thing about it. So yeah, they've used the same quote a few times. So it's like, wow. But still, that's a great quote. And the career fits: sales, entrepreneur, athlete, paramedic, cool, police officer, marketer. Let's throw in president of the United States for that one there. And the funny, relatable story. The ESTP is one who jumps out of a plane for fun and then convinces the whole group to try it. Yeah. He's like, let's go to the Golden Age, guys. Coming? Go. Freaking love it. All right, guys. Last but not least, we have the ESFP, the entertainer and performer. And I believe one of my sisters is one of these. Outgoing, spontaneous, and fun-loving. Love the spotlight. Real life examples: Elvis Presley or Will Smith. Characteristics, strengths: charismatic, fun, practical, observant, great with people. Weaknesses: can avoid deep issues and easily bored, impulsive. Like, I'm bored. The famous quote is the same quote, so I'm not going to quote it. Career fits: actor, performer, teacher, salesperson, event host, and tour guide. Funny, relatable story. The ESFP is one who turns the grocery shopping aisle into a dance party in the aisles. So they just have fun. All right, so that is that, guys. And now that you kind of know the types and hopefully you've taken the test, I'm going to play some great videos for you. So all these ones are in my StreamYard. Okay, I'm going to play. Actually, first, what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to play this one. All right. Now, guys, I'm going to play these probably back to back because they're like little shorts. So it's like 3 minutes, and then I will be back. But I hope you guys get a laugh out of these now that we learned about some of the types. All right.
Follow the yellow brick road.
In every job that must be done, there is an element.
Hold on. It doesn't even say. I thought I was going to say. So what this is titled is it says, come on, all 16 Myers-Briggs types in 1 minute. Okay, so that's what this is.
Follow the yellow brick road.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I read FEC and ISO reports for entertainment.
Proceed directly to the rendezvous point. Understood?
I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems.
The 327 didn't come out till 62, and it wasn't offered in the Bel Air with the 4-barrel carb till 64.
How you doing?
The Force is what gives the Jedi his power.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
I've come to return the book I borrowed.
Finished already?
Oh, I couldn't put it down.
Put that coffee down.
034.
In a world of pure imagination.
Did you add this to your outgoing mail?
This is how all the different temperament types wake up. Yeah, that's me.
Get over here. That'll wake him up.
And this is the couples.
So yeah. Did you snort?
Oh yeah. Ian, TJ. Oh my gosh, I am not like that.
Beautiful day, my love.
It's lovely. Oh, do you see that blue jay?
Nope. Let's go.
Ew, cooties.
Yeah, dude, I'm TJ. That was Brad.
Wow, you're so tall.
I know. I'm like 5'7".
Oh gosh, those are funny. All right, so those are the shares that the shorts I grabbed. You guys, now I have such funny. I found this guy that puts out really great skits about the types that I was just like laughing my butt off about. And everybody over on X, you guys are awesome, and everybody over on YouTube, you guys are super cool. By the way, I see one person still there, possibly. Sometimes my thing says like there's nobody there, but then there is. So isn't that weird? I find that funny. Okay. So with that being said, I was looking at all these things right last night, and then where is it? Hold on. I got to close out a few tabs. Bear with me. There was this hilarious video. I'm going to play a few funny videos, but this one. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this one is me and Brad. Exactly. So this is an ENFP, which is me with an INTJ. And I played it last night, and Brad's like, how is it possible? That is so insane. It's so close. This is funny. I'm going to play it for you.
Hey, I love you.
Really?
Yes, I do.
You are too crazy for me.
Sometimes I sit by myself and analyze the world.
I do that too.
I want to hear all of your theories.
Really?
I want to hear all of your deepest thoughts, and I will never judge you.
I think I love you too.
Let's go off into the forest. Let me just go get my fairy cape.
I don't know about this.
I don't know about this. And so it's so funny because that is like us to the T. Because I'm so like crazy extroverted, like, let's go in the plants in the forest. It's so weird because I'm so like that. And then he's like, you know, analytical and all that stuff. But then we meet each other in this zone where we're like, that's why the Q operation is so important to both of us, is because we love this world and we love protecting it. And it's just like, so there's like in the deep analytical thoughts about life and all these things. That's why me and him, we could talk for hours. Obviously we have a show together, but yeah, isn't that great? Okay. So now this is all the types and this is titled 16 personalities on the one red button versus blue button dilemma. Okay. He's gonna break it out for you what it is. Now, after this, we're gonna go into the introvert thing, and then I'll try to wrap up the show. But these are very, very funny. And now that you know your type, everybody out there, like think about your type when your type comes along. It's so great.
It's the debate taking the internet by storm. The concept is simple. Everyone in the world must take a secret vote by pressing either a red button or a blue button. If blue wins, everybody lives. If red wins, only those who voted red live. We asked 16 people which one they would choose, the red button or the blue button. I would press red. Interesting. Then I'd place a bet on blue so I'd feel like I won either way. Okay, wow. I'd choose blue, no hesitation. Why? It's the right thing to do. Do you think most people would be so dedicated to doing the right thing? All I know is this. You gotta choose blue. It's the right thing to do. And if you pick red, there's something wrong with your head. Oh, I like that. I just made it up off the top of my dome. Okay, want to hear more? Sorry, we gotta move on. Red. Why red? If blue wins, no harm, no foul. If red wins, I'll survive, and hopefully it'll be easier to get a seat when I go to the coffee shop. What? That's your incentive? A seat at the coffee shop? It's always crowded. It takes forever to get my drink because all these high school students are mobbing the place. And then I have to sit at the big communal table with the peanut gallery. Then people try to talk to me even though I'm clearly on my laptop watching YouTube. It's terrible. Well, my brother and his wife said they'd press the red button. But what about you? My friend Jimmy said he'd press blue. So did my neighbor, Mrs. Yamamoto. But what about you? Well, my mom's old hairdresser said. No, stop. Not what someone else said. What do you choose? The red button is what Mr. Kenny the janitor said. No! This is quite an interesting scenario when one applies Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative. Sir, this is a YouTube video. You just lost 99.9999999% of the audience. It's simple, really. Basically, the way to figure out if an action is moral is to imagine if everyone made the same decision all the time, would it cause society to fall apart? Of course, in this scenario, if everyone voted the same way, everyone would live, whether red or blue won. Exactly. So Kant's categorical imperative is of no help. So did you just bring it up to sound smart? Yeah. Great. There are only two ways in this scenario to prevent the deaths of innocent people. For 100% of people to press red, or for 50% plus one person to press blue. I believe most people will see it the way I see it and press blue. You think that they would choose to risk their lives in the belief that most other people would do the same? I hadn't thought about it that way. And most people won't think of it that way either, which proves my point. Sure it does. Red is the only way to be sure you survive. Logically, everyone should just press red, but many won't. If they're dumb enough to press blue, knowing it's the only choice that could kill them, that's on them. But your vote would be sealing the fate of billions of people. Look, red won't win. How do you know? Again, society at scale is too dumb to think
This
about this
Pixie
logically.
Cox.
People should think about it this way. If you vote red, someone might end up dead. If you vote blue, that someone might be you. Oh, I like that. I just made it up off the top of my dome. Okay. Want to hear more? I do not. So everyone has to choose a button. Yes. Including my 6-month-old daughter who can't sit up, much less understand the premise of this vote. Okay, well, obviously babies wouldn't vote. Is it obvious? You said everyone. Everyone above the age of 18. What about my Aunt Hilda? What about her? She's in a coma. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Has been for 20 years, ever since her trombone accident. Clearly there's a story there, and I'm not going to ask. Let's say coma patients are out. What about my friend Jimmy? Okay, what about Jimmy? He's colorblind. How's he going to tell the buttons apart? It'll have the words red and blue written on it. He can't read. Then the buttons will be explained by a short video. Oh, let me guess. Jimmy is blind and deaf and has no arms or legs and cannot speak. That's right. This video was a bad idea. And with the dark subject matter, it's going to be a miracle if it doesn't get demonetized. Support the channel and smack that like button, subscribe, ding dong the bell, leave a comment, buy merch, become a member, pray for us. So if red wins, it would be like Thanos snapping his fingers. What are you talking about? You know, Thanos. Saying his name again is not going to make me suddenly know who he is. The purple guy from the Avengers movies. He puts on some fancy gloves and snaps his fingers and half of all living things just disappear. Sure, it would be just like Thanos, but which button would you push? I guess blue. Because if red wins, the Avengers can just do like in the movie and go back in time and undo it. Oh, come on. Spoiler alert. You had no idea who Thanos was. I figured you wouldn't care. Well, you got me interested in seeing the movie, but then you ruined it, so now there's no point. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. Really? Some days I love everyone. Some days humanity just ticks me off. You'd vote to possibly wipe out millions of people just because you're in a bad mood? Maybe if people were nicer to me, Brian, they wouldn't have to worry about me voting to take out their blue button pressing butts, okay? Take that to the bank and smoke it. Where do we find these people? I'd choose blue and hope red wins. Dark. We're talking about a world where everyone is forced to participate in this ghastly ritual. For all I know, there could be another vote just like it the very next day. I'd honestly rather live in the Hunger Games. At least then I'd have a shot at winning the Hunger Games. No, of getting a date with Katniss Everdeen. What? You'd honestly have a better shot of winning the Hunger Games. Okay, just saying. I just have to wonder who has the most to gain from this whole scenario. To me, the answer is clear. Big button. Big button? To pull this off, you'd need hundreds of millions of buttons.
I wish I could have paused it and then went before because Strings and Things was funny too. This is 3 people. This is Brad, this is Lizzie B3, and Jagged Little Red Pill, INTJ.
To pull this off, you'd need hundreds of millions of buttons. The companies making them would make a fortune. Okay, but what button would you press? Not to mention the companies hosting the servers to count the votes and then the cybersecurity companies protecting the data. Those contracts would be astronomical. It's all done with magic. The buttons appear magically. The votes are counted magically. Nobody's making any money. Now, what button do you choose? So an evil wizard is behind it? Stop thinking about this so much. I choose green. That's not an option. Well, it should be. That's not the question. I am sick of this 2-button system. That's great, but there are only 2. We need a viable 3rd button. It's never gonna happen. In Europe, they have 3 buttons, sometimes even 4 or 5. Fine, you can have a stupid green button if it'll make you stop asking for it. Thank you. So now that you have this pointless 3rd option, which do you choose? Well, what happens if green wins? It doesn't matter, because it will never win in a million years. You're throwing away your vote. Oh, yeah. So with that in mind, which will you... Green. Okay. I'd refuse to vote. The penalty for refusing is death. They'd have to catch me first. There are cameras everywhere. Well, I'll have constructed a series of underground tunnels. There are tracking devices embedded in everyone's brains. I'll figure out how to remove it. You'd figure out how to remove an object from your brain. Yeah, I've done it before. Okay, clearly there's a story there, and I'm not going to ask. I would probably press the blue button. Why blue? Well, that's the right thing to do. Plus, I get the feeling most people would pick blue. So if you thought red would win, you'd choose red? No. You sure about that? Yes. If you got the strong vibe that everyone was going to press red, and you might be literally the only person in the world to choose blue, you'd still choose it. Well... You said the vote's secret, right? Yes. Then for the record, I would press blue. Of course, if you pick red and red wins, everyone will know that's how you voted. Yeah, I'd choose red. Interesting. And pray my coworker Timmy chose blue. So you'd potentially sacrifice half the population just to kill Timmy, yes. Okay, thanks for watching.
Strangers come to town. They call him Mr. Frank James.
We ran out of time and didn't
Oh my gosh, that was so freaking messed up. Okay, so I know it's a lot going through all the 16 types again. That's why I'm going to lead us out with I'll talk to you guys for a little bit too. And also, I almost want to go back to strings and things real quick because yeah, INTP. I think I will. I'll rewind it. But wait, where was I going to go with that? I hate it. I always get sidetracked. Where's the last thing? Dang it. Okay. Anyways, it had to do with, and let me stop sharing this for a second. Okay. Oh, dang it. Hold on, guys. I got to just have this thing go through for a second. It won't let me. Okay, let's go back for just one moment before I continue because we're going to wrap it up here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what it was. That's what I was going up for here. Hold on. INTP. Okay, that's strings and things. Where was that? Hold on, guys. That's right. Oh my gosh. Here. Oh, no, that's an ENTP. I thought I had an INTP. Hold on, if I can't find it. But it was so funny, dude. I was like, whoa. And obviously, these are, yeah, here it is. These are all extremes, obviously. But it's just, they're so funny. Okay, share this. Okay.
Oh, I like that. I just made it up off the top of my dome. Oh, okay. Want to hear more? Sorry, we got to move on. Red. Why red?
There
if
it
blue
is.
wins, no harm, no foul. If red wins, I'll survive, and hopefully it'll be easier to get a seat when I go to the coffee shop. What? That's your incentive? A seat at the coffee shop?
That's the
It's always
end.
crowded. It takes forever to get my drink because all these high school students are mobbing the place, and then I have to sit at the big communal table with the peanut gallery. Then people try to talk to me even though I'm clearly on my laptop watching YouTube. It's terrible. Well, my brother and his wife.
That was reasonable, right? Reasonable. Oh my gosh. Those were so great. And I love how Brad, the one that he was, it was just like all conspiracy minded brain, like, and which is great because that's exactly what he uses it for. But it's just so funny to see that, right? The fact that they get him down to the T. Okay. So is it so you? That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is so freaking funny, man. Like, and yeah, dude. Oh, wait, what's that? Religion, mind control for Islam, Freemasonry. Is this a bot or are you real? I don't know. I'll go check you out in just a minute. Okay, so real quick before I wrap it up. This is great. And this is the one I was laughing my butt off. So it's this same guy. He does all these sketches. I'll share his link in there. But this is titled Funny Introvert Compilation. So he does a lot of these videos, right? And this is like them all combined together. It is a long video, like 30 minutes. I'm not going to do the whole video. I'm going to do like 5 minutes. But it's perfect. So just know if you're introvert, you guys are awesome. And it's great. And I understand you. I even have those parts. But it's like, as you watch this, know that I'm the one that's like talking like crazy. It's like, and I wish I wasn't like that. But like, anyways, you'll love it. I hope it makes you laugh. Okay, check this out. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's make sure. Why can't I play that?
An hour ago, and it's basically all I can think about.
Okay, here we go.
So what do you think about... sorry, what did you say? I said, what do you think about... I'm desperately trying to understand you. I'm like playing it over and over again in my mind. I'm looking for context clues, and I still have no idea what you just said. So I'm just gonna nod and say, yeah. But anyway, what do you think about that? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the embarrassing thing I said a half hour ago, and it's basically all I can think about anymore. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing you'll remember about me. Oh, hey, friend of a mutual friend. Hey, you know, we've been acquaintances, barely, for the last 10 years because of our mutual friend. The thing is, we've never had a conversation. I don't know anything about you. I'm not even really sure what your name is. And this is going to become strikingly apparent to you now that we're unexpectedly one-on-one. Is there anybody who can save me right now? So then I did this thing, and then I did this other thing, and then this other thing happened, and Jason was there. This conversation has been going on about 20 minutes too long. For the last half hour, all I've done is nod and say, uh-huh. I'm clearly disinterested. How can you keep going? And then the doctor said, it's probably nothing at all. It's probably just dermatitis. I was worried about nothing. Even when I excused myself to go to the restroom and spent 15 minutes in there, a clear indication that I wanted to get away from you, there you were, waiting right outside the bathroom door. Who does that? And you know, I was in Minnesota for like 10 days. It's pretty flat up there, except for this one place, there's a lot of hills. You're a psycho. You know, I'm really glad we finally had this 10-minute conversation because I've been mentally rehearsing it for about 3 weeks. Everything went better than expected. Hey there. Everyone else in class seems to have a partner already, so it looks like you and I are a team, you know, process of elimination. Yeah. So are you like new? Like a transfer student? Huh? I hadn't really noticed you in class before. Oh.
These are two introverts.
So you're new? No, I've sat 2 desks behind you all year long. How is that even possible? I fade into the background sometimes. Okay, the fade into the background, that's what I do. That's my thing. There's no way you could have pulled it off all year. Yeah. So anyway, our topic is the French Revolution. You know what? How about we split up the duties between us so I'll just do all the work and you can do the talking. Well, okay, I think personally my strength lies in research, less so public speaking. Same with me. Well, the last time I got up in front of the class to present, I threw up. The last time I got up in front of a class to present, I blacked out, hit my head on the floor, and had to be rushed to the hospital. I died and had to be resuscitated twice. Okay, I guess I'll do the talking. I'll just make sure I have a garbage can nearby.
It must be so hard.
So, what's your name, huh? I need to know your name. Why? I mean, we're working together on a project. Isn't it a little odd if I don't know your name? Okay, well, my name is Frank. Yeah, I don't really like small talk. Is that what I'm doing? Let me just, get to work in silence. Okay. And I'll just sit here and mentally prepare myself to give a presentation tomorrow. Oh. So the varsity basketball team's been doing pretty well this year, huh? Sorry, I have never been this uncomfortable with silence before. You're just so quiet. I feel like I have to keep talking and be the outgoing one in order to save this interaction from becoming a mattress fire of awkwardness. You are really draining me. Is this how other people feel when they talk to me? Okay, this is getting to be too much for me, so I'm going to take the textbook and go to the bathroom for the rest of the class period so I can research in peace. What is happening to me? I have become the thing that I dread. Greetings, Earthling. Aliens. I knew the History Channel wouldn't lie to us. Wait a minute. You can talk. Yeah. We've been studying you for the past 6 weeks and you haven't said a word. We just assumed you were a mind reader. If I was, my anxiety levels would be way, way lower. Galaxithol, write that down. The humans don't have telekinesis after all. Phew. That'll make their planet much easier to conquer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a second. Did you say you've been studying me for weeks? Yes. And we've chosen you to be our informant because you're the most well-connected human on the planet. Are you sure you have the right guy? I have like 2 friends. Drop the charade. We've read your memoirs about your love affairs with Earth's most famous TV stars and anime characters. Oh no. You found my fan fiction? Everything is in place for our invasion of Earth this weekend. What we need to know is, where will the humans be this Saturday at 8 p.m.? I don't know. I'll probably be in bed. Galaxathor, write that down. The humans go to sleep at 8 p.m. No, I didn't say I'd go to sleep then. I said I'd be in bed. Watching Instagram reels of people tripping and falling for 4 hours. Yes. And while the humans slumber, will destroy every pair of earbuds on the planet. That's it. You can't fool us, Earthling. We know that your earbuds are your armor. You never go outside without them. Never take them out when people try to talk to you.
Earbuds are the armor.
It really works. So when humanity wakes up on Sunday morning with no earbuds to protect them, they will be defenseless. That would be devastating. Oh, the look on the president's face when he finds that the military's earbuds have all disappeared. It's astrotastic. It's what? Astrotastic. It's not really a thing. You guys really didn't study any other human beings but me. You have shown us everything there is to know. I am sure of it. And I don't know about that. Now, before we wipe your memory and send you back to Earth, we have one last question. A question that will give us the key to brainwashing humanity. All right, go ahead. Tell me, when you are talking to another Earthling, what do you do with your hands? Whenever you're ready. My hands, they just seem so awkward hanging there. Like, what do? Do you put them in your pockets? Do you hold them behind you? I don't know. So now you decide to play coy. We have ways of making you talk. I really don't know. I wish I did. Like, all I do when I'm talking to someone is think about what I'm doing with my hands and like.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
There's still more. I still wanted to go. Okay. Literally, that next skit is so good too. So I'll probably just go a few more, guys, and then I'll put this in the. I'll put it in chat. I'll put it also in the thing, the box.
Does it seem awkward? Like I don't know what to do. Like right now, I'm getting really self-conscious. All I can think about right now is my hands. I don't even know what words are coming out of my mouth right now. It's just my hands. That's it. That's all I can think about. My hands. Where are they? What are they doing? Is this right? Okay, maybe I'm starting to think we picked the wrong guy here. That seems really weird. Yeah. This guy sucks. Like pockets. I look like I'm waiting for a bus. It's not a good situation, and I don't know what am I doing? What am I doing out here? This is. Professor Jamerson. Oh, hey, Frank, you finally made it to my office hours. Yeah, sorry, I've been busy. Busy sleeping.
Okay, so this next one, this is the funny one. If introverts had a translator, okay? So if introverts had a translator, Brad, I don't know if you're watching. Brad was like there for a minute. Babe, are you watching? No, I don't think he is. Anyways, it is so funny and this is accurate.
Professor Jamerson. Oh, hey, Frank, you finally made it to my office hours. Yeah, sorry, I've been busy. Busy sleeping till noon every day. If this wasn't mandatory, I'd be back in my bed dreaming that I live on an Animal Crossing island. Is this guy in my class? Oh, this is Hank, my introvert translator. He says all the things I'm thinking but don't say out loud. Right. Well, Frank, I noticed you haven't been speaking up in class. I promise I'm still paying attention. Because each class discussion is a train wreck and I can't look away. Watching 2 frat bros argue about a book they've never read, it's like watching 2 Alexas talk to each other. Then perhaps you could improve the discussion by actually participating. Oh, I don't want to hog attention. Because those morons can't handle my scalding hot takes on Anna Karenina. Plus, and I can't stress this enough, every time I speak, I'm afraid it'll come out as a sort of deep croak rather than words. I'm serious, Frank. I can't grade your performance if you don't talk. Yeah, there's the croak I was talking about. He meant to say he'd rather write a 30-page research paper every week than say a single word in front of his classmates. Would that arrangement work for you? And I won't just write it the night before. It'll be more of a morning of situation, but that's neither here nor there. No, participation is 60% of your whole grade. What? How sadistic can you get, old man? Hank, calm down. Wait a second. So you're telling me every time Jenny refers to the monster as the Frankenstein, it counts towards 16% of her grade? He said 60%, not 16. You know what? The only monster here is you. Hank, it's okay. Professor, I promise I will speak more in class. He'll say one generic fact about the book at the start of each class, and then he'll turn his brain off until it's over. That's as much as he'll concede. That's good enough. Thanks for your understanding, Frank. No handshakes, please. What? I don't even know how to navigate a handshake. You expect him to do it? He just has to grab my hand and shake it. But there's the eye contact, the question of how long to maintain the shaking. I think I could handle a simple... No, let's all just do a thumbs up. Thank you. Just doing my job. Hello? Oh, hey. I was hoping you wouldn't pick up.
Okay, I think I might play this one and then I'll be done. But so I think this is funny too. If not, I'll pop it down. But yeah, these are great.
Hey, want to hang out this weekend? I mean, we hung out 2 months ago. It just seems like a lot. I'm wondering what I have to do to end this painful conversation, since clearly me replying only in monosyllables and avoiding eye contact isn't working. Pizza place, can I take your order? Hey there. I'm extremely anxious that I'm going to do something stupid over the phone, like forget my order, and then you'll either make fun of me or get angry and tear me to shreds. Okay, what's your order?
No!
Sir. Hey, dude, I don't think I have your phone number. What is it? The thing is, it's going to be just as difficult for you to get a hold of me once you have my number as it is now. The difference is you'll know I'm actively avoiding you. Hey, I'm having a get-together next weekend. Want to come? I have no intention of going to your party, but what day is it? Saturday. Okay, I'll have to check my calendar for that night, even though I know it's completely free, and then never get back to you. Sounds great. Hey, I'm Brian. Nice to meet you. Hey, we've actually met a couple times already, but I'm gonna pretend like I don't remember you either. Ha ha ha. Nice to meet you too. Well, I think it's about time for me to head out, because I have reached the point in the night where I have retreated into my own mind and have become a shell of myself. You wanna get out of here and get a drink back at my place? Maybe we could pick this up another day, because it's 8:45 and I need to get home so I can watch 3 hours of YouTube before bed. Hey, what do you think about this political issue / politician? Tell us right now in front of all these people, some of whom you might not know very well. I'm going to pretend like I'm not that well informed and don't even know who's in office, and then vaguely agree with what everyone says so that I don't have to deal with any uncomfortable situations. Excuse me, stranger I'm accosting on the street, but are you saved? Well, religion is a complex topic, one which I don't particularly want to have a conversation about with a stranger, and there is zero chance you're going to convert me. However, yes, my brother, I am saved. I will say literally whatever I have to make this interaction end as soon as possible. Dude, I haven't seen you in like 15 years. How's it going, man? How's life? Well, I've been through a few breakups, some deaths, and...
All right, so you guys get the picture, but yeah, some really freaking good content. So anyways, in general, about the different science, about the different types. I do also have like look at astrology. I look at all the different types of things. I'll get this focus. Because I'm very always wanting to know about the temperament types and different kinds of people. So like even all of you guys in chat, thank you for joining me, by the way. And I hope you guys like some of those things because it's just funny. But when you know that type, specifically with the Myers-Briggs, what type you are, you can start to see it. And the biggest one that I always cling on to is that. The introverted and the extroverted. I should see one time if I can find a funny video about that. But it's great though, because in the circle of friends, you want to be that way. We all can connect to each other, but some of us are like way on the opposite side of others, and they wouldn't do so well together. But they're friends with these people are those friends, and then those ones know each other, and then so that's how we all can kind of come together. Even if we have our differences. But that was funny, I gotta say. Brad, are you close? He doesn't want to come in here. So Brad, he's definitely, well, it's weird because he can be very extroverted too. So, but I think naturally he's more of an introverted type. But just the concept of like when you're around people and sharing whatever, of is it uplifting, like make you awesome, whatever, like me, or does it drain you? And I can definitely tell you, like once we're out for a while, you know, if we're doing things, whatever, at the end of he's like, okay, I'm gonna retire. Go look at YouTube for 2 hours. Like that is absolutely him. So freaking funny. But yes. All right. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you guys are cool with who you are. We all have different traits, but we all are needed in this battle. I mean, like, I couldn't do it without people like you guys, the introverted types, or the sensing and the feeling, man, the judging people. We do need those people. And it's not the negative, like mean judging when you hear that. Just making real, critical, good judgments. The world is ran by me. Like, look, I could be good. I've learned how to know. But like, I am an emotional being. And I am somebody that would sacrifice my life to save somebody just because it would be the right thing or whatever. But like, I might not think critically about like, well, how will that affect the rest of the family? And how will, you know, like, so we need to have both. They're so important. And sorry, it's like a life death situation. That's the ultimate extreme, but you know what I mean? So we all need to like find that middle ground to come together, and it's great. So I am the talky talk kind, but I'm also aware of the quiet kinds and their awesome strengths as well. And the thing is, yes, I always make fun of the extroverted, but the extroverted are really very, very important too, because they're the ones that do get people excited about doing things. I guess my temperament type helps people get excited and want to know more and inspiring. And I love that because that's what I really want. And that the world is such a beautiful place. It's worth fighting for. It's worth saving. And, you know, that's why I do what I do on this channel. And I hope this was a little different, like I said, than what I normally do here. But I just, since we talked about it the last show, I figured it would be great to do a run through of it. So, yes. Oh, Mama dear, agreed. We all need each other. Yes. Strings and things with strangers. I'm introverted. It's draining to talk with people because I need to get them pegged. If I feel like I'm with people I click with, I relax and open up. Okay, so that's a great, and I've heard that about the introverts, is that, and depending on where you are on the scale, I've heard that they can have their few good friends, and that's actually really good. And they like, it's such a great night for them, like just a few friends coming over, like, I don't know, having a few beers, playing a card game, whatever the heck it is, right? Just that small, tight knit, but a nice, then they can feel relaxed, right? So that's really cool. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will lead you out, and please leave a comment down below if you guys like the show, and please join us tomorrow. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do a few things too, so you're going to want to definitely go there. And Brad's been looking at all the primary stuff. Okay. So anyways, tomorrow, MAGA versus the World. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to count because it's 3 p.m. here, Alaska time. So, so it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, if you haven't ever watched MAGA versus the World, you should come. We will always be covering what Trump administration is doing, all the wins. We will be always highlighting the grand things that are happening. There's too much garbage news out there, especially with the warfare, like with the opening of this show. I had tipped to AN on for the 2 great videos. But, you know, this is psychological stuff that we're still facing with the fake news. Yes, they're crumbling. All these things are crumbling. However, they're going to try to take people along with them and get them scared about all these things, whatever it is. And we need to be there. We need to be there for them and support them. Know their types, right? Understand. Some people are going to be weird. Even that button thing, you know, strings and things. I think you were like red button, whatever. But see, these are important things. You know, these are, and that's a funny test again. That's a life death test situations, the extremes. But still, like, we need to know of all the types of people out there, understand where they're coming from, and it really will help us get along a lot more than you think. So, and it helped me a lot. And yeah, okay. And thank you so much, Strings and Things. Thanks, Abby. This was a great show. I'm so glad. I know it was long because I was like, I don't want to leave any of the types out. So I'm glad you liked it. And Mr. Scott Free, thanks for the show, Abby. Yeah, I did do yours. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but yeah, we went through your type as well. So I hope you guys had a good time, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow on MAGA versus the World. And please give me a thumbs up on the way out. All right. God bless. And where we go one, we go all.
What a peculiar place to have a party.